And turning now to the crisis in Haiti, we're hearing from one of the dozens of Americans evacuated from the embattled nations as gang violence rages on. We're also learning more about the organization making those dangerous missions. Local 10's Christian De La Rosa is live with this story. Christian.
Louis, I just spoke to Miriam Sonati. She is a missionary from Florida who had been stuck in Haiti, frustratingly, she says, for days, trying to get out. When we spoke to her via Zoom just a little while ago from a safe place now in the Dominican Republic, she was joined on that call by Brian Stern, who is with Project Dynamo, who has been leading these evacuations. They helped her get out, and we learned a little bit more about what took into this effort, her situation there. Go ahead and take a listen.
Everyone's very target fixated on Port-au-Prince, but the reality is there's Americans all over the place. And some of those places are extremely austere in the middle of nowhere that are very, very, very hard to get to. With her particular operation, we had an air component, a maritime component, and a land component.
With the military that we have in the U.S. and as powerful as we are, there's no excuse for people to be stranded here in reality. And that's really sad that our people, our government in the United States is not doing it. Even Florida, in my opinion, we have a Florida National Guard. Okay, listen, I pay my taxes. Send them over. Pick us up. There's no reason. And I'm not bashing anyone. I just know what I pay for and I know what's available. And I just don't understand why it's not happening.
Really and truly, there's nothing that we do that the U.S. government can't do for a lot of reasons, some easy to understand, some hard to understand. They're not, at this time at least, U.S. government aren't doing these operations this way, at least for Americans that are stuck here.
So you heard from Sonati right there, the missionary from Florida, grateful to be outside of that situation, but very frustrated because of how long it took for her to be able to get out. And it wasn't through the U.S. government, it was through this organization. And she says that there's still many like her waiting to get out. In fact, Stern with Project Dynamo tells us that he has a waiting list of about 180 people, Americans, who are still in Haiti, outside, many of them, of Port-au-Prince in remote areas, trying to find a way to get out. Stern says that his organization is doing a lot of these evacuations with money that they're getting through donations. And so he says that he's going to try to get as many of those people out for as long as he can. If you'd like to learn more about Project Dynamo, we'll be posting a link to that organization. Just go to our website, local10.com, and find the story there. I'm Christian De La Rosa, Local 10 News.
You're doing great work, Christian. Thank you. Still to